Hello everyone in YouTube land, Nintendo Fanboy 07 back here as always. Alright, I'm finally getting to my recap video of the latest Direct. Had to get this out here before September is done. Let's just get right into it here. As I'm recording this, it wasn't that long ago. It was like a week and a half ago, so it's still relevant. But I'm so glad. Every time there's a Direct, I don't have to write all this stuff down. I can just, it's on their description right there of the video. So I'm just gonna go through the stuff that I don't care about real fast. So yeah, a lot of the stuff I don't care about, I just won't talk about. I'll talk about the stuff that I do care about. A lot of the stuff, well, not a lot, but some of that we already knew from the last Direct back in June, so I think it was June, yeah. The first thing they talked about was Splatoon 3, or they showed off. First thing they showed off was Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass, Side Order, DLC. Obviously, if you have Expansion Pass, you can play it. If you don't, you can't, but the only way to play it is, well, the Expansion Pass. It's the $50 a month thing. So the next thing was Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which is pretty much a remake of the GBA game. I actually did not know if it was a remake until people were like, "Oh yeah, it's a remake." I was like, "Oh, okay." Until you actually recognize the actual levels, you're like, "Oh yeah, okay, that's a remake," and not just a new game. But it looks great. It's probably my favorite announcement in this entire Direct, or at least something that we didn't know about, but it was kind of leaked, I guess, so from someone else. I have no idea where these people get these leaks from. Every time there's a Direct, like a week before it gets announced, it's always like, this so-and-so is coming out. I'm like, oh, how do you know that? Like, how do you actually know? Do you like work for Nintendo? Like, how the hell do you know about all this stuff being leaked? Anyways, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, I think we know about that from the last Direct. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's kind of cool that Prince of Persia is coming back. Horizon Chase 2, I'm just going through everything and they show it off, so, but, yeah. Don't care much for that. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle, don't care. Spy, Anya, Operation Memories, don't care. Super Mario RPG, they showed off a little bit more of that, looks great. When is that coming out? November? I think it's like November or something like that. It's a pretty big release for Nintendo this year, so looks amazing. So hopefully after that we can get like a second game, Super Mario RPG 2. That'd be kind of cool. Another Code Recollection, which is pretty much I think it's 2 games, right? I'm not sure. It's Trace Memory on the DS, and then the other one that didn't come out to America. I forgot what it was called though, but it never made it to America. It was the Wii game, I think. Not sure. But it's, yeah, Trace Memory. If anyone never played that, it's really good. Kind of like a point and click type game, I think. But on the DS, it was, touch and stuff like that. So, Princess Peach Showtime, we got to see more of that. It looks really good because they didn't show it off too much when it was first announced. I'm getting like Yoshi vibes from that game. I don't know why, but it is. Some people are saying it's Paper Mario type style, but I think it looks like Yoshi. But Saga Emerald Beyond, don't care. Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered. So it's called Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered starring Lara Croft. But yeah, it looks okay. I've never been a huge Tomb Raider fan, so Detective Pikachu Returns, it looks good. Some people are bashing this game like the way it looks, but I think it looks appropriate for what it is. It's not meant to be like Pokemon Snap. When you're talking about like a spin-off Pokemon game, like, to me Pokemon Snap is like the best looking. Even the 64 game looks amazing, but obviously the new one on the Switch looks crazy awesome because you're actually in the environments of the Pokemon and all that stuff. But Detective Pikachu, like both those games on 3DS, it's serviceable. It's not like it's meant to be this amazing looking game. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's not. I'm sure it's not a big a big budget game. So we're good on time. Okay. Trombone Champ. This is so weird. I think that's the game that I'm thinking of here. Trombone Champ. I think that's the game. God, that game is so strange. I think it's actually made by Nintendo too. I don't know if they're trolling fans or whatever, but it's so weird. Like, I have no idea. Battle Crush, don't care. I don't know. War Tales. Oh, Contra, Operation Galuga. The last Contra. Absolute disaster. Obviously, I didn't buy it, but this is actually return to form for the Contra series. Like, I don't know how they didn't just start with this from the beginning. You know, I always compare it to Sonic Superstars, which is coming out pretty soon. It's like, I don't know why I'm comparing it to Sonic though, because it's so obvious. Even Mega Man 11, where you're like, these return to form for these classic franchises. You know what I mean? Like, what took you so long to get to that point? You know what I mean? Like, that should have been. Not to say that I don't like the modern Sonic games. I don't. I like some of them, colors and all that stuff. But, and obviously like Sonic Mania, of course. But it's just like, holy crap! Wow, it's actually like you're finally, you know, respecting your, you know, your own franchise. You know what I mean? But yeah, Contra. Can't even talk. Contra Operation Galuga looks really good. So we'll see. Reserve our expectations, I guess, a little bit, but I don't know. Unicorn Overlord. I don't know. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, which is weird because I think it. Yeah, I think in the UK it's just called Luigi's Mansion 2, but here it was obviously Dark Moon. I don't know why they're not keeping Dark Moon. Whatever. I don't know. I think Dark Moon's better, but then you have Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah. Nintendo Museum. Oh yeah, that's the thing that they're building for the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Skip that. If you want to go watch, I'm sure you already seen what that is. So, upcoming Amiibo figures. Not that I don't hate the Amiibos, but it's just okay. F-Zero 99, which is a surprise. They're actually acknowledging that franchise. You know what I mean? Like, finally. Besides maybe F-Zero X on the Switch Online. And then all the other F-Zero games that are on there. Well, the Super Nintendo one, and then, yeah. But yeah, they're actually acknowledging it. Obviously, they're testing the waters. I played it. It's fun. It's really fun. It's really cool to play with that. It's obviously a Battle Royale type thing, you know, like Mario. What did they do for the Mario 35th anniversary or whatever? Then they got rid of it, which they'll probably do with for this. All these 99 games, Tetris 99, all that stuff, so. Bandle and the League of Legends story, I don't care. Song of Noon, League of Legends story, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. WarioWare Move It looks really good. We don't need to talk about that. It looks awesome. Hopefully we get a Wario Land game. Take a break from the WarioWare series a little bit. I love WarioWare though. It's gonna look awesome. Chronicles. Eastward, Octopia, DLC, Wargroove 2, Dave the Diver. I'm just going through everything. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Wave 2. Like, they're treating Mario Kart 8 like it's a Mario Kart online service. Like, it's Mario Kart. Like, it literally does. Like, there's not gonna be a Mario Kart 9. Like, so weird to me. Nintendo Switch is real, I don't know. Whatever they talked about. But anyways, oh yeah, the last announcement, which is the last thing we gotta talk about here, that came out, which is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake. If you want to call it a remake, more of a, I guess it is a remake. Some were saying like the original looks better than this one. I don't know. It looks really good. A lot of remakes. I don't know if you've seen this in the last 3, 4, 5 years. Anyway, there's a lot of remakes. Obviously, the Link's Awakening remake. I mean, there's so many Nintendo's remaking so many of their games. Metroid 2, Zelda Link's Awakening, Mario RPG, Paper Mario. They're coming out with some new stuff, obviously. Mario Wonder, obviously, you know. But we've obviously noticed one thing that wasn't talked about in that direct, and I wasn't surprised at all. And after this direct, that what I have to point this out. I'm sure you're thinking about it too, and that is Metroid Prime 4. It was not showing off there, and after that direct, I realized to myself that's not gonna come out on the Switch. It could come out on the Switch, but it also might be their next system. Kind of like how Twilight Princess was on GameCube and Wii, and then Breath of the Wild was on Wii U and Switch. So I think, but this is gonna be a totally different. I don't even know why I brought up Twilight Princess, but it's mainly like a Breath of the Wild situation where it's like it can run on the current Genesis Nintendo system, but I think it's mainly, it might not even be on the Switch at all. Like, I don't think so. So they're still hiring for that game. We still see articles like, yeah, they're still hiring for this and this, and it's like, oh my gosh, and they restarted it like, gosh, they restarted that like 4 years ago. They've been working on this game for a long time, and I think, yeah, Namco was developing it, and Nintendo didn't like it. And obviously we all know Retro's been working on it for the last how many years, which it should have been just them from the beginning because that's their franchise pretty much. I don't know why, just like Donkey Kong Country. It's just so weird in the development of this game, you know. But I'm just gonna like not care about this game until I see it. I mean, I do care right now, but it's not worth caring about when you haven't seen nothing but a logo that was made in 2017. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not even worth making a big deal about until it's showing off. I'm sure it's gonna look amazing, even more amazing than the Metroid Prime remaster. But yeah, again, I'm going back to I'm kind of jumping around here, but there's been a lot of remasters, a lot of remakes, full-blown remakes and remasters and collections. But I want to save that maybe for another video about talking about gaming preservation and like why we're getting so many remakes and we've been getting remakes and remasters for a long time now. Obviously, it's nothing new, but I just feel like it's at this point where it's just everywhere, you know, like every game is getting remastered. Baten Kaitos, I don't know if anyone's seen that, obviously. Tales of Symphonia, obviously. I mean, there's so many, I mean, that's the only way to preserve games is that, but I guess I can say that for another video. It was an okay direct, it wasn't amazing. I understand why people are like, this is dumb. Mario vs. Donkey Kong is probably the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake, if you want to call that a remake. And F-Zero 99, that was probably like really cool because we didn't know about that. And then Paper Mario, of course, which is another remake. But it's just cool to see Mario vs. Donkey Kong back. A lot of people were, when these were leaked, a lot of people were kind of underwhelmed, like, oh, we're getting Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and whatever. But it's like, oh, they're fun puzzle games. You know what I mean? They're just cool, cool puzzle games. Awesome, cool stuff. I think that's all I want to say about it. I mean, yeah, Mario vs. Donkey Kong is my favorite. I'm going to obviously do more videos on other topics and whatever, so peace out later. What was your favorite announcement in this direct? And do you think there is too many remasters and remakes coming out? Not to say there's not new stuff. Of course there is, but I think there's too many remakes and remasters. What about you? So comment down below. Peace out. More of my videos coming soon. Later.